Hello, my name is Eric Monroe, and I did my presentation on how technology has changed modern life. My first slide is technology's influence on education. Technology is changing how students learn, mostly just the interactions in class. A lot of students are, or a lot of teachers are using the smart boards instead of chalkboards, and it's actually helping students get a little bit more engaged in activities and having a sense of tolerance in the classroom and being able to understand a little bit better. With just a faster paced environment, instead of writing on chalkboards, it just makes things a little bit quicker in the class. Although technology is, it's obviously a helpful tool, it can cause some issues in bullying, obviously. If students are in class or on the computer, using the computers in class, they can be on social media, and a lot of times students can get bullied, usually the younger crowd, but it definitely does happen with older people too, but bullying can definitely occur with technology. It's a distraction in class on the education side. A lot of students are using their phones, checking their emails instead of, instead of paying attention on class, and they're going on social media, and, it prevents kids from learning what they're supposed to be learning in class. Next slide is called Creative Thinking for Education. You can find just about anything you want. If you want to study something or if you want to know some things, you can basically just Google it now, or, any other search bar. You can just search it and it comes right there. It pops up, and, you can find just about anything that you want to find. If you need help with something, you can obviously search it too. It's a little bit harder to find. I mean, it's not harder to find. It's just you have to dig a little bit deeper than, just talking to someone who might know what you're looking for, something like that. Maybe in a sense of education, like a teacher, you could just talk to a teacher instead of, digging for all these directions on how to do something. And it's made it convenient. Technology has made it convenient for people to learn inside of their homes now. People can do classes and get educated right there inside of their home instead of going to class. Some people might have to watch their kids, and they don't have the money and means and ways to, go out and go to school every day. So they can just, learn on their couch and take the class right there. The next slide is called Technology in the Second Language Acquisition. Now what this is, if you want to learn a second language, technology is actually making it easier. I mean, obviously there are some barriers to it, but it's making it easier for people to learn. And it's also cheaper, as the first bullet point is the cost of teaching has obviously went up. If people want to learn on the computer, it's a little bit less money to learn, and also it's more beneficial because it's online. They're just explaining things a little bit better than if they were in person, some believe. The effective methods of teaching, it lays it pretty flat out when you're learning languages online. It's instead of just, some teachers have different ways of teaching, but I think online it makes things a little bit easier, and it's more convenient for people. The bad thing about it, not the only bad thing, but one of the bad things about it is computers are required, and some people, if cost is a problem, it obviously costs to buy a computer, and sometimes computers can be a little bit more expensive, but compared to the class, I guess the computers would be a little bit cheaper, so it still is cheaper when taking it online. It's just looking at it in the sense of price, it can be, a barrier to that. And it's not human, even though the directions could be laid out right there in front of you, some people couldn't understand, and maybe a teacher could clarify some things or something like that, or, someone could clarify something for the person who's learning the language. And online, it's just kind of straightforward, this is this, and this is how you do it kind of thing. So it's definitely an issue. Last slide is called Effects of Computers on Society. Identity theft could play a role. In this modern age, a lot of people are buying things online and, putting their personal information, credit cards, debit cards, all of that, and people could get access to that and steal their identity and, steal people's money online. And, with online banking and things like that, it could get intercepted, and people could obviously use the money that's not theirs and identity, and all of a sudden somebody has your money. So definitely a barrier there. Like distraction, that's just another thing that is an effect of it, if anything, not just in education, But in anything, it can be a distraction. A lot of people are checking their phones now, especially the crowd, the college, crowd from around the ages of like 20 and stuff. Even though everyone's distracted, that's kind of the main targeted audience that is getting distracted the most. But yeah, so it definitely can be a distraction. And um, so the next one is, where will it go next? Technology is just advancing each and every day, and we don't know where it's going to go until it comes up next. So, we got the Google car driving itself. You never know. People are trying to figure out how to live on Mars, and so technology is it's expanding in each and every way and every day. So we'll just have to see from there. Other than that, this is my presentation. Thank you very much.